All right, Aditya, you're good to go.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Toastmaster Aditya, your Sergeant at Arms, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 346th meeting of the Amrita Toastmasters Club. Here at our club, we foster a supportive and encouraging environment where members can hold their communication and leadership skills, paving the way for self-confidence and personal growth. Before we kick off today's meeting, I kindly request everyone to do the following. Keep your microphones on mute unless you're speaking to avoid background noise. Switch off your mobile phones or put your phones on silent mode to minimize distractions. Turn your cameras on if possible. We'd love to see your smiling faces and foster a more engaging session. Please do take note of the few important guidelines as follows. Discussions on sex, religion, and politics, as well as mention of our institution, are strictly prohibited. Let us maintain a professional tone throughout. Please avoid swearing or using any offensive language. For our speakers, a gentle reminder. Please be mindful of the time limit. Exceeding the allotted time may lead to disqualification. Finally, at the end of the meeting, a link to the voting and feedback forms will be shared in the chat. We'd really appreciate if you could take a few moments to fill them out. Without further ado, I hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Ishita. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Aditya. Hello, everyone, and welcome to meeting 346, Part A. Yes, we're still doing Part A's and B's because we are trying to space it out for our milestone meeting. So you better all attend it. It will be in June, please note. So, yes, it is a Thursday. Again, we are very, very behind our Friday meetings, but thank you all for attending. And I think today's a pretty special session, yeah, because first of all, our dearest VP is going to be finishing her level with her final speech today. And we also have a very fun table topic session, which I promise I will make it as chaotic as possible. So I hope you're all excited for that. And before we begin, we have a couple of guests with us, and I'd like to take a moment to introduce them. Let's start with guest Advait. Could you introduce yourself and let me know what are you doing so far in your vacation?
Good evening. My name is Atvay. I'm a computer science student currently in my fifth semester. So what I've been doing this past month, I don't know. If you consider sleep, eating, just watching reels, I think, then yeah, that's it. What I do. Uh, so thank you for having me.
I think that is a very valid thing to do. My only goal this vacation is to sleep till 1 o'clock and not get yelled at by my family, which unfortunately has not been successful so far. So, yes, thank you for joining us, guest Advait. We also have guest Abhinav. If you could introduce yourself as well, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Abhinav. I'm going to my third year right now and I'm in the ECE branch and nice to meet you all.
All right, thank you for joining us, guest Abhinav. We also have guest Samir and guest Subhashini, but I think it's better I introduce them than they introduce themselves. So, guest Subhashini Sudhakar is our ex VP, and she has unfortunately not been able to join a couple of our meetings because of her busy schedule. And guest Samir is someone who we've seen quite frequently in a lot of our meetings. He was a very active member of our club, and I'm very grateful you both were able to join us today. I'm assuming Aarti is also very happy because it is a very full circle moment for us. So, thank you both for joining us as well. And with that, I think we can officially get started with the meeting. I now hand over control to our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Harshita.
Hello everyone, I am Toastmaster Harshita and I shall be your general evaluator for the day. It is my role to take care of everything that make sure everything goes as per plan in today's meeting, make sure we stick to the agenda and such. I will be making note of anything that we might be doing incorrectly and I will let you know in the end of the meeting. So I have a tag team to help me with my role for the day. We shall first start by introducing the timer for the day, Toastmaster Aditya.
Hi everyone, I'm back again. I, Toastmaster Aditya, will be your timer for the day. My job is to make sure that your table topics and your speeches don't become too long and they remain speeches and not filibusters. So I will be during normal meetings, I'll be showing green, yellow, and red cards. But since we are in a virtual meeting, I'll be changing my background instead. My video will be pinned for you to see. For table topics, the green card would be shown at 1 minute. The yellow card would be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card would be shown at 2 minutes. There is always a buffer time of 30 seconds. Exceed If that is exceeded, the person is time disqualified. For the speeches, um, prepared speeches, the green card would be shown at 5 minutes, the yellow card would be shown at 6 minutes, and the red card would be shown at 7 minutes. I request everyone to not exceed the time limit so that you won't get time disqualified. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. Next, we have our counter for the day, Toastmaster Shobana.
Can you all see me and hear me? Okay. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I'm Toastmaster Shobana, and I'm being your counter for today. My role is to listen carefully and note words or sounds that speakers may use, like verbal filters. Those things we say when we are thinking, like so, well, or but. These are often unintentional and can distract from otherwise a strong speech. So I'll also listen for repeated words or phrases like this means, which sometimes slip without us in realizing at all. Don't worry, I'm not here to criticize, just to help us all become more aware as polished speakers. At the end of the meeting, I shall present my report when General Evaluator calls me. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shobana. Lastly, we have our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Shreya.
Toastmasters, here's your shipwreck theme, hilariously dramatic grammarian ready to sail the 7 syllables. You brave crew of this fine speaking vessel and mysterious guests who were either invited or washed ashore accidentally. I, Shreya Sajeev, be your grammarian for today's voyage. You probably might not be able to see me because I am traveling and my video is not off. A humble pirate. So I'll be a grammarian for today's voyage, a humble pirate of pronunciation, a corsair of conjunctions, a buccaneer of bold vocabulary. Okay, now don't worry, I won't be counting your R's or ums today because I've already tossed my tally sheet overboard. Instead, I'll be on the lookout for golden grammar, sparkling sentences, and any shiny metaphors you may accidentally drop during your speech. Treasure me, hearties, I will be counting them. But my greatest duty as grammarian, I must unveil the legendary word of the day. Today's word be verve, verve, meaning enthusiasm, spirit, and the kind of swagger that make you a monster sea. Example in action. She delivered her speech with such verve that even the coffee machine started clapping. I thought that would be hilarious because it's a coffee machine and it can't clap. I challenge each speaker to use the word of the day with flair, drama, and maybe even a pirate accent. You won't be judged, don't worry. At the end of our voyage, I'll return from the crow's nest with a full grammarian's report, charting the highs, lows, and wordy whirlpools we encountered along the way. Now, tighten your grammar sails, hoist the word of the day high, and let us embark on this grand Toastmasters adventure. Also, if you're going to use the word of the day with by looking at the general evaluator intensely, eye to eye contact, then you will get something from me. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shreya. Always a pleasure to hear you introduce yourself. So that is the end of the tag role introductions. We shall now move on to the prepared speech for the day, presented by our VPE, Toastmaster Aarti. She has asked me to inform you guys that her speech will be between 10 to 12 minutes long. So the green flag goes up at 10 minutes, the yellow card at 11 minutes, and the red card at 12 minutes. And yes, before we call upon her, I would like to call upon her individual evaluator, Toastmaster Veda.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. This speech we're about to hear today, it's a special one. It marks the completion of Toastmaster Aarti's pathway. This final project is titled Reflect Your Path. The purpose of this speech is to look back on the journey that Toastmaster Aarti has taken through her pathway, the growth she's experienced, the highlights, the highs, the challenges she's overcome. A small, uh, yeah. So She'll be speaking for 10 to 12 minutes. Yeah, that's it, Toastmaster Aarti. I hope you have fun with this and take us all down the memory lane with you. Wishing you the very best. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veda. Now, without further ado, let's hear Toastmaster Aarti's speech. The Inky Pinky Path, Toastmaster Aarti. Toastmaster Aarti, the Inky Pinky Path.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Before the timer starts, am I audible, visible to everyone? Here. Okay, thank you. Now we can proceed. On 23rd of August 2023, a historical event had occurred, and that was the landing of Chandrayaan-3 satellite on the moon. But little did people know that when the launch of Chandrayaan-3, I mean the landing of Chandrayaan-3 was happening, parallelly at C109 AB1, another historical event was taking place. And that was my icebreaker speech. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I remember that day very clearly because before that icebreaker speech, I was considering to bunk my icebreaker and attend the launch that was happening over there. Because I thought that maybe attending the screening would be much better than going on stage and embarrassing myself. But still, I decided to give my icebreaker speech. And little did I know that some interesting events would lead me to feel grateful for that day. I still remember the day I chose my path. So once I received my membership mail, I decided to choose my pathway. And I did it with the help of the quiz that is available on the TI website. Once I took up the quiz suggested me 3 paths: dynamic leadership, presentation mastery, and innovative planning. My heart wanted me to choose dynamic leadership because the projects under that path seemed very interesting to me. So I thought, okay, fine, I can take dynamic leadership. But my mind wanted me to choose presentation mastery because I was struggling with stage fear. So I thought that, okay, fine, if I take a presentation mastery, it could improve my stage fear. I was very confused. And in the war between my heart and my mind, I decided to do something that any confused human being would do: use Inky Pinky Ponky to select my path. And guess what? Inky Pinky Ponky led me into choosing innovative planning, which was neither suggested by my heart nor by my mind. But still, I decided to trust some random choosing game over my own instincts and chose innovative planning as my pathway. A few days later, I encountered the first challenge while doing the path. That was to write an icebreaker speech in 5 days. I was confused on what do I write in a speech. An icebreaker speech, you really never know what to write. So I took suggestions from few of the people I know, and all of them suggested me to have an element of me in the speech. Because what is an icebreaker? It's just you introducing yourself to the club and introducing your ideas or whatever it is to your club. I thought, okay, fine. I have to include an element of me in it so I can sing in my icebreaker. So I decided to include an incident in my childhood where I sang on stage for the very first time. That was a very hilarious day because I still remember when I sang on stage, nobody could hear my voice. That's how nervous I was. I thought I can recreate that incident for the introduction of my speech. And that idea was a huge success. If you ask anybody anything about my icebreaker, I don't know if they would remember my speech, but they will definitely remember the song I sang during that speech. Following that, I decided to give my level 1 project 2, which was writing a speech with a purpose. For that, I gave a speech which was related to my love for music. I just gave a very simple speech related to that. And following that, I had level 1 project 3, which was understanding body language and vocal variety. For that, I decided to challenge myself a little bit and write a humorous speech related to that. For that, I decided to talk about my experience of being role number 1. And that was actually one of the speeches which I love a lot. I loved that speech so much that I decided to use that speech for humorous speech contests as well. Following that, we had level 1 project 4, which was evaluation and feedback. So basically, I had to give speeches and then get the evaluation of the speech and give another speech. Following that, I had to serve as an individual evaluator. This project actually was a lot of learning for me, because not only giving constructive feedback is important, but also applying constructive feedback to yourself is equally very important. And this project taught me that. With this project, I completed my level 1, and now I was proceeding to level 2. Level 2 was a little challenging because level 1 is same for all the members regardless of the path you choose. But level 2 is the place where you are setting a foundation for your pathway. For level 2 project 1, the first thing was that I had to write a speech which was related to understanding my leadership style. And the challenge that I faced was that I never had a leadership experience at that time. I did not know what experience do I have as a leader and how do I write a speech and what style do I have as a leader. So I thought, okay, fine, let me give it some time. And luckily, around that time, I became the VP of our club for the first time. So I thought, okay, fine. Once I understand the role of the VPE better, I can understand how VPE works. And based on that, I can have an understanding of my leadership style. So I took 3 months. And by the end of 3 months, once I understood my leadership style, I just wrote it as a script and gave that speech in front of our club. As I finished my level 2 project 1, my second project, that is level 2 project 2, that was know your audience. As the name suggests, I had to know my audience. And based on the type of audience I had to write a speech. So I decided to talk about some psychological habit called popcorn brain. That is nothing but basically just the constant distractions of mind, on how your mind keeps wandering without focusing on one task. And to be honest, if I had to rank my speeches, then popcorn brain will come somewhere on the top. My next project was Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring. That particular project was nothing, but I had to talk about my experience as a mentee. And that was not hard for me because I was blessed with an amazing mentor, and that is Toastmaster Madhavika Anil Kumar. I still remember the days when I used to have a lot of confusions on speeches or scripting. And I used to ask Toastmaster Malavika the most absurd questions, and she used to help me a lot with those. And of course, I had to write a speech based on the understandings I had from her mentoring, and then my understandings basically as a mentee, and how do I apply it in real life. Following that project particular, that marked the completion of my level 2. After that, I had my level 3. Level 3 had one mandatory project, and 2 electives. For the project, it was present a proposal. For that, I had to have a problem statement, of course. And for that problem statement, I had to present a proposal. And I did not know what problem do I have to present a proposal on. If I take anything related to Toastmasters or academics, it would be very formal, and that is actually not my style. So I thought, okay, fine, I will give it time again. And I took 3 more months again. And by the end of 3 months, I somehow wrote a speech related to facing two-faced behavior from people. I wrote a speech which was related to not surrounding ourselves with people who demonstrate a two-faced behavior, and also not ourselves not being two-faced and be real to everyone. That is basically just the gist of the speech. I gave that speech, and following that, I had to choose 2 electives. The first speech that I chose was active listening. For active listening, I had to serve as a table topics master. And when I am the table topics master, I had to listen to all the table topic speeches. And based on the speeches, I had to give a one-line feedback or something. After that, I took up another elective that was storytelling. For that, I had to give a speech which has a story. That project, I decided to talk about my journey as a data science student, because that starts from my childhood and then it ends up with till my adulthood, which is my current life. So I gave a speech related to that, and that marked the completion of my level 3. Following that, I had level 4 and level 5, which are the most challenging parts yet, because there is not much difference between level 4 and level 5, but they are a lot more difficult. For both the levels, I had to plan a project, and I had to organize a team, and I had to implement the project with the help of the team. Level 4 was fine, because for level 4, it was just planning a project and implementing it. It was very simple. But for level 5, it had much more depth criteria, because I had to have a team, I had to have a guidance committee under whom I should be more accountable. And following that, I also had to use a lot of resources which I had to use with the team, and so many other things like that. It took a lot of time and definitely a lot more energy to finish both the projects. But somehow I took some time, I tried my best, and somehow finished both the projects in the levels. Not only projects, but in level 4 and level 5, basically, you have one mandatory project and one elective. For level 4, I took up an elective which was manage online meetings, and I decided to deliver an educational session in our club. That was a huge success. And following that, for level 5, there were much more electives. The electives that were available was moderating a panel discussion and then delivering longer speeches, etc. I decided to take an elective where I had to write a speech which was 18 to 22 minutes long. And if anybody knows me very well, they would know how much I struggle with writing long speeches. But I decided to take it as a challenge, and I wrote a very long speech, and somehow I delivered it in our club. Of course, it was a lot of challenge. From level 1 to level 5, I remember how much I had to crib about the pathway, and I remember blaming Inky Pinky Ponky for making me choose this pathway. But to be honest, I feel grateful, because even though this path was very hard and I had to plan a lot, that is the whole point. I came out of my comfort zone. I used to be a person who never opinionated a lot, but this pathway taught me to be more innovative. It taught me to have more ideas and also present my ideas very well. I think even though I do blame Inky Pinky Ponky for making me choose it, I did manage to finish it, and I did manage to learn the importance of planning. And that is something that this pathway has taught me. So the next time you think that a decision that you have taken, maybe it's due to a random choosing game or it's maybe your own decision, you might think that it's wrong. But at the end of the day, there will come a time when you feel grateful for that. And who knows, you might even end up thanking your current self for making that decision. Thank you. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aarti. That was a lovely speech. That was indeed a very lovely speech. So now, to probably the scariest part of this evening, we shall move on to the table topic session. Dear beloved, please prepare yourselves to be emotionally traumatized at the hands of our table topics master, Toastmaster Rishita.
Thank you very much, general evaluator. I don't know why you set it up like that. I promise I'll be very nice. I had a couple of people message me beforehand saying, hey, don't call me. So, to all the people who messaged me beforehand, you know what's going to happen, and this is all your fault. So, don't pin this on me. I know Veda's laughing, but this is all your fault. So, have fun, everyone, before I start. So, yes, today's table topic session will be slightly different. It'll be a bit more game oriented. So, I hope you've all seen the wonderful flyers. It's going to be shipwreck. So, for those who are not familiar with the game, shipwreck is basically a game in which you are stuck on a ship, right? And that ship is getting wrecked. So, you are all stuck on a ship. And the first is you're all either high profile personalities or celebrities or the sort. And all of you have to argue on who gets saved from the ship by going through one lifeboat. So, there is a sinking ship and there is one lifeboat, and there are a couple of speakers who will be fighting for who deserves the seat on that lifeboat. And a very friendly reminder, it is only a one lifeboat, there's only one seat. So all the table topic speakers will have the same timings as our timer had previously mentioned. There will be a secondary round so that the speakers get to split out. All right. Can I get a show of thumbs if you've all gotten a rough idea of the game? Cool. Better know is yes. All right, cool. Okay, and Aarti mentioned about Inky Pinky Ponky. I decided rather than Inky Pinky Ponky, I would let your all fates get decided by a spin the wheel. So hold on a second while I get the spin the wheel ready. You're all going to get chosen. The chosen ones will get it set. All right. Is it visible? Can I get a show of thumbs again? I assume it is visible. Yes. All right. Cool. For our very first speaker, I think I shall call upon our general evaluator, Toastmaster Harshita. Yes, all right, Harshita, let's decide your fate. Harshita, on the shipwreck is going to be Elon Musk. All right, Harshita, you have 4 minutes to defend yourself. Tell the club why you should be the one on the lifeboat. Your time starts now.
There's nothing to be said here, really. I'm Elon Musk. Like the stuff I've done for this country, the stuff I've not country, sorry, the stuff I've done for the earth, for the globe as a whole, I've gotten rid of wood. I've replaced everything with metal, okay? There is no arguing the fact that without me, this nation, this world does not survive. Without me, Earth goes back to the time of the dinosaurs. You people need to let me live. Also, I'm really pretty. Look at me. Just look at me. Look at me. I am like I had a professor who used to call himself the beautiful man. That is me. I am the beautiful man. I need to survive. I need to be on earth. You can't let me drown. That's such an anticlimactic way to go. Did he have anything to do with the submarine that sunk? No, right? If he did, that would have been funny. But no, he does not. But still, I cannot die like that. That's such a horrible way to die. If I have to die, I have to go off in an explosion in space. I can't drown. So, for the sake of my own vanity, I state that I should not be allowed to drown in the middle of the ocean. And I'm pretty sure you'll see the point here. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, on Musk. Thank you very much.
All right, Elon Musk. I think that's a very solid argument. For the sake of your pride, you shall not drown. Let's see how the committee decides that. Next up, I think let's pull in a guest. So, since I saw guest Advait first, you shall be the next victim. All right, guest Advait, are you ready for a topic?
Yes,
I
yes.
see your face. All right, let's see who you get. Gordon Ramsay. Is that final? Yes, it is. Gordon Ramsay. Yes, Advait, you have 2 minutes on defending yourself as Gordon Ramsay on why you should get the lifeboat. Your time starts now.
Okay. I'm Gordon Ramsay. In this world, anything, in this world, uh, only thing that's most, that's most sweet, you can enjoy it fully is food. And in a ship, in a lifeboat, do you think people want money? Do you think people want metal? Do you think they want autonomous cars? No, they want food. I can prepare it from a leaf. I think even if I don't have fire, I have my secret skill that I won't mention it here tonight because it's secret. So a guy who can cook out of nowhere and who can scream at people if they try to sabotage me out of my ship. I can just scream at them and uh, kill them off the lifeboat. So a guy and that person. Why won't anyone choose me? I don't know. I probably think the guys would choose Gordon Ramsay. Thank you.
All right, fair enough. All right, Gordon Ramsay, let's see how your fate gets decided as well. Next up, let's see. Guest Abhinav, are you ready for a topic?
Sure.
All right. All right, guest Abhinav, let's see who you get. You have been given. Okay, these are very. Is that a tie? That is not a tie. Harry Potter. All right. Guest Abhinav, you are now Harry Potter. Please feel free to defend yourself starting now.
Uh, I'm Harry Potter, so I know a lot of magical stuff and I can help you with that. Now, there might be some things which Elon Musk can't do scientifically. Maybe my fantasies, maybe my, fantastic powers can help Elon Musk, think even more. So, me and Elon Musk, I think we both are a good combo to be in a lifeboat. And if Gordon Ramsay needs to cook food, he needs fire. Without fire, food is not food. You'll just be a a primate who just eats raw food. Now I can create fire. Name what you want, I can do that. You're stuck in a lifeboat in the middle of the ocean. I am there, I can provide you fresh water with my magic. Fire if you need it. Even food, basic food, maybe I can provide it. And then if I have my broomstick, maybe I can help you guys get out of the ocean and maybe land somewhere safe in an island or something like that. So if you have me in my lifeboat, you don't have to have common sense. Even a 2-year-old kid with his imagination, with the help of his imagination, that might be a huge inspiration to us, because there are no scientific barriers, for me at least. So just choose wisely. Even though I would say I don't need a lifeboat, to be honest, I can just take my broomstick and fly away. If you guys want it, take me. I just don't care, to be honest. I can save myself. It's more like you guys will be depending on me. You guys will be the freeloaders. Yeah, that's it. I just made my statement. Agree it
Thank
or
you,
not,
Harry
I don't
Potter.
care.
All right. Thank you, Harry Potter, for defying all the laws of physics and ethics, apparently. But let's see how the committee decides your fate as well. Next up, I see Veda sitting there quietly. So you know it will be your turn next, Veda. Are you ready? She's stuck for me. Uh, I think she's stuck.
Oh,
Never mind. All right. Okay, you're there.
hello.
Cool. All right, Veda. Yes.
Uh,
You shall be taken next, Veda. I cannot let you sit still. I hope you get one of the more chaotic ones because I had a couple selected just for you. All right. Vedavarshini Vijayakumar, you are now chicken biryani. Please advocate yourself on why you should get the lifeboat. Your time starts now.
all right. Let us assume that me as chicken biryani would sink in the ship along with the ship. Then just imagine, right? Every single street that you see in India has at least four shops of biryani, and all these shops would go empty. What would the people of India eat? Anytime we talk to any college student or just anybody who is a non-vegetarian, of course, I'm not talking about vegetarians here, I'm sorry. The first choice they choose when you want to celebrate something, or it's a Sunday afternoon, or even if it's 3 a.m. at the night and you're hungry, the first thing they choose chicken biryani. So yeah, this is the reason why I should be given a lifeboat to make sure that all the non-vegetarians are satisfied, all the masalas and spices are also satisfied. Because come on, if if you are, let's say, cinnamon or like some kind of spice, when you are put into biryani, you are elevated to the next level, or like I don't even know, like the top of the ladder. So the best choice for any kind of ingredient is to be present in biryani. So even they would be sad if there was no chicken biryani in this world. So yes, that is the reason why chicken biryani should be given a lifeboat. Thank you. Hmm?
All right,
I'm
Mr.
gonna kill
Veda.
you. Come on.
Thank you
I'm
very
gonna
much.
kill you, Ishita.
Later on, please. Also, might as well fix your video because it was very funny hearing you advocate for chicken biryani while your video was stuck. So, thank you once again, Toastmaster Veda, for advocating for chicken biryani. Next up, my next victim shall be Guest Samir. Are you ready for a topic, Guest Samir?
Yes, Madam President, I
All
am.
right, let's see what you get. Moving on from chicken biryani, Guest Samir shall now advocate for Michael Jordan. Your time starts now.
All right, folks, listen up, folks. We've lived in a time of adversity. Come on, I've been there with you. I've been there throughout the greatest period of our human history, through the rise of NBA, through our war on drugs, through rehabilitation, through the space kind, through when we put mankind on space. I've seen all of this. I've been with you through all of this. So come on, guys. So when I tell you this, you need to trust me. I can show you guys where the next direction is. I can show you what we need to be doing. Come on, you've seen I'm not just physically tall. You can even imagine how my physical height just extends to represent my metaphysical height. So you can imagine the depths, the wonders that I will take you to. There is a wonderful prophecy that was actually meant for me in the Man of Steel movie. You see, Cal's father tells Cal, you will help them accomplish wonders, and eventually they'll follow you into the sun. So come on, guys. I admit I'm Black Superman, but I am Superman. I am awesome. So come on, guys. I can take you to the sun. Let's fly to the sun. Let's shoot more balls with the. Let's get more throws into the basket. Let's do this. We're all in this together. Come on. You know I'm the best choice. Say no to drugs, as always. Thank you very much. Have a great time.
All right, Michael Jordan just gave us a very fiery defense. I think people might vote in favor of that, but let's see how it goes. Toastmaster Aarti, are you ready for a topic?
Yes,
It's not like you have a choice anyway, Aarti. I will just go keep. All
exactly.
right, Aarti, you shall be representing Thanos. Please advocate on why you deserve the lifeboat as Thanos. Your time starts.
Just a disclaimer, my knowledge on Avengers is not good. And not only that, I probably have rough idea of all the Avengers. So based on that knowledge, I will advocate why Thanos has to be saved, which is quite ironic, but okay. The only thing that I have, which many people would be happy for, is my glove. That glove has the power to do anything about time. And if you save me, then who knows, I can give my glove to you. You can definitely do whatever you want with the glove. But yeah, if you don't save me, then the club is gone. Of course, we have Harry Potter, we have Michael Jordan, we have everyone, but come on, my glove has the power of time. So if you save me, then I can definitely give you the glove. I don't know if I will give, but okay, fine. I will give you the glove and do whatever, and you can do whatever you want with the glove. I won't say anything for that. So yeah, back to you, favorite topic master.
All right, Thanos appearing to be very, very generous. That's something new, but there is always a chance for a second chances. So, moving on, let's have our president elect, Toastmaster Pranav. Are you ready for a topic? Do I have to give you a chance to respond? Pranav, are you there? Yeah, is that a yes or a no? All right, we'll call upon Pranav later. Let's have, okay, fine. Fair enough. Let's have guest Subhashini pick a topic. Subhashini, are you ready for a topic?
No, but you made it clear that I don't have an option.
Thank you very much for responding because that is very true. All right. Subhashini will be defending herself as Virat Kohli. Your time starts soon.
See, you're all Indian. You all watch cricket. If IPL didn't stop a while ago, I know all of you RCB fans, especially our president, is going to be glued to the screen or on her phone looking at stats to see if hopefully RCB will win again. But you know what? You can't win without me. And that is why Virat Kohli is the ultimate person to pick. See, Elon Musk, most people hate him. Throw him off. He's established enough companies. You know, you can replace a CEO easily. Michael Jordan, he's past his time. It's not like he's doing so much in basketball anymore. It's just his business. It's okay. Businesses can run with other people. Harry Potter, sure, but Harry Potter is fictional, and also what? After the war, you just go into hibernation. Stay in hibernation, child. Don't come out. Now, Virat Kohli, that's where it's at. I have cricket. I have everything. I have the, I have the verve to keep life going, and I can save you all. I'm very fit. I'm very physically fit. I can help with everything on the ship, and I can survive on my own too. I'll push you all off, and it will be very easy for me to do so. Did I miss anything? Well, chicken biryani is an item. If you leave chicken biryani on a ship, it will just rot, or maybe it will feed. I don't know. I don't think even ships would want to eat chicken biryani. And Thanos, come on, what does Thanos have? I mean, we've established that the gauntlet's broken. What does Thanos have except his jaw and muscles? And again, fictional, you died, time to stay dead. So ultimately, I think Virat Kohli, should be the one to be saved. Thank you.
All right, Virat Kohli, that's fair enough and very in character, dissing others and pulling yourself up. Excellent job. All right, we have three more speakers, and the next speaker shall be Toastmaster Rishi. Are you with us, Toastmaster Rishi?
Yes, I am here.
All right, excellent. Let's see what character or item you shall get. All right, Toastmaster Rishi, you shall be representing ChatGPT. You have 2 minutes on advocating for why ChatGPT should get the escape from the sinking ship. Your time starts now.
Okay, so I believe we all use ChatGPT in a daily basis when we go to college for writing assignments, from doing projects, studying for tests, revising topics, even just chatting when we are alone. We don't have anybody else to chat. So I'm very versatile. You can use whatever you want from me. You get Elon Musk, right? Just feed his data to me, and I can emulate being Elon Musk for you. And I can give you tips to how to cook chicken biryani. I can to a certain extent, be a companion in Harry Potter or Thanos or whatever fantasies you want to dive into. And I can even guide you in your life, and I can compute data really well. Just admit it, guys. Everybody use me on a daily basis. I'm one of the most highly used apps for college students and everybody. I can see some person nodding, and then, bro, you will suffer when AI takes over the world. So eventually AI will take over the world, so saving me is means you will get an exception from being sent to prison or whatever AI sends you to. So yeah, be safe, guys. Thank you.
All right, ChatGPT, thank you for letting us all know to stay safe. Next up, for our final two speakers, let's have Toastmaster Madhumita. Are you with us, Toastmaster Madhu?
Yes.
All right, cool. For our second last speaker, the topic shall be very nice, a vegetarian. Toastmaster Madhumita, you have 2 minutes on advocating for why a vegetarian should be given the lifeboat from a sinking ship. Your time starts now.
See here, guys. We have already given up chicken biryani, butter chicken, and all the good stuff. Do we have to die? Come on. And given that you're stuck in a lifeboat, I don't think non-veg is the best option for you guys. And you need a vegetarian with you who can give you veg food is not that bad. We can come up with some really good dishes. And you might need to add in a bit of veggies to your diet to make sure you're healthy and you actually survive in the lifeboat. So you guys got to save me. And I don't think vegetarians would be really pumped up by the idea of being fish food at the end of the day. So please save us, guys.
All right, Toastmaster Madhumita. Let's see if the committee decides whether or not a vegetarian should be saved from the ship. For our final speaker, let's have Toastmaster Shobana. Are you with us, Toastmaster Shobana?
Sam?
All right, I don't think I need to bring up the spin the wheel again, but you shall be representing Santa Claus. You now have 2 minutes on advocating for why Santa Claus should get the lifeboat. Your time starts now.
My dear children, I am your Santa Claus, and you all receive gifts on Christmas. Not just on Christmas. It's believed you get your gifts on Easter's and all those festivals. You get to eat your plum cakes. You get to eat your rum cakes and all those stuffs on Christmas Day or on Easter Day, just because Santa Claus or Christmas as such exists. And there is no Christmas completed without Santa Claus, right? What will you do without me? Who will give you all the gifts? I mean, you dream of something when you sleep and write everything that you want from as a gift from your parents or from the God, and you put it under your bed and you sleep, and then tada, in the morning you get it. Because who gave you that? It's a Santa Claus, right? So if this thing is already the ship is already sinking and I'm too old to survive on my own, I really want this life jacket or the lifeboat to present myself for all the loving beings, all my children, to give them. So over to the table topic masters.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shobana. I think that's valid. Let's see if the children of the world truly agree to save Santa Claus. Now, I know I said that was the final speaker, but someone has been trying to evade me for the past couple of minutes. So, guest Malavika, you shall now have a topic. Please forgive me for the very abrupt topic, but I have no choice but to call you. Your mentee has requested for the same as well. Malavika, are you with us? I know you're with us, so you have to raise it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but we can't see
Okay.
you. I don't know if that's a
You're
conscious
not going to
choice.
see me.
That is very unfortunate. All right, Malavika. Your topic is Malavika Anil Kumar. Please advocate for why Malavika Anil Kumar should be saved from the sinking ship. Your time starts.
Okay, I don't think I need to say much. I think I need to save. I think I need to be saved because all of you love me. And I also think I need to be saved because Subhashini loves me. And did you just hear her table topic? If you didn't save me, she will come and kill and butcher all of you. Like it was just a table topic, and she managed to diss all of you and literally told you why your existence was pointless. So imagine you kill someone she loves and don't save them. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any point. She's just going to kill you all. So yeah, and I know I have so much love in this room. What will Aarti do without a mentor? What will Ishita do if there's no one to make stickers for her? What will Samir do if there's no one to tease him? What will Subhashini do if she doesn't have anyone to yap to? So yeah, I think that's the reason why it should be saved. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Was that okay?
Right. I think that works, but let's see because round two is still pending. I have 5 more minutes before I have to officially end my round. So thank you, Malavika Anil Kumar, for advocating for why Malavika Anil Kumar should be given the lifeboat. Now, before we proceed to the final round, there will be a voting form sent in the chat box. Please vote for your favorite shipwreck survivor, and the best three or the top three votes will be given the passes to the lifeboat, that is. And preceding that, we will be having another session where those three speakers will have to defend themselves and diss the other speakers to get the final lifeboat pass. All right. So I'll give you all 1 minute because it really doesn't take that much time to vote. So please, 1 minute and vote for your favorite speaker, and we shall move on to the final round. I really did mean 1 minute, by the way. I am keeping track. There are 13 of us in this meeting, and excluding me, that is 12. So, all 12 of you, please vote fast. Thank you very much. Right, we did get the responses fast. Good. So, for the final shipwreck survivors battle, we have people. The very first one is Virat Kohli. The second person is Harry Potter. And the final person is Elon Musk. So, all three of you will be getting 1 minute. Timer, please note 1 minute to reach the other survivors and to defend your final seat. All right. I repeat, you can diss. Please be respectful. We are still in a very formal setting, unfortunately. You can also advocate again for why you should be getting the final seat in the lifeboat. Let's start off strong with Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, you have the stage for 1 minute. You may diss or advocate for yourself, and your time starts now.
See, Virat Kohli is the most physically fit out of these three and has the highest possibility of surviving. Think about it. Elon Musk is a flabby old man who is what, despite how rich he is, he's probably going to get diagnosed with colon cancer because he's too lazy and didn't believe in it to go get himself checked. So he's going to get colon cancer and die soon. Or heart, or some heart disease. He's South African American enough, so sure, that's definitely what's going to happen. Harry Potter, again, fictional character. Even if not, break his wand. Okay, besides Expelliarmus, what does Harry know how to do? Does Harry remember at no point does Harry ever remember how to do anything. And food, forget it. You cannot create food. That's one of the laws of transfiguration. So simply put, the person who has the most possibility of surviving is Virat Kohli. And that's the simplest logic, right? If a species is going to die or if someone is going to die from the ship, you need the person who has the most chance of surviving. And that's me. That's Virat Kohli. I put myself through enough of this torture on a daily basis so that I can be a better cricket player. So I'm good. This is chill. This is a walk in the park for me. This is everyday life, guys. Come on. I will survive it. Thank you. Over to you.
All right, Virat Kohli. I said this, not annihilate, but thank you for the same. All right, for our second speaker, Harry Potter, you now have the stage for 1 minute. Please feel free to gently diss or to advocate for why you should get the lifeboat. Your time starts now.
First of all, hats off to Virat Kohli's self-confidence, or should I say overconfidence. Physicality can help you a lot, and I have experienced it also. But as such, we know there's a limit to everything. And as we know, Virat Kohli is going to be 40. A 40-year-old, what can he do? I've hardly seen him play well in RCB matches or test series. He might be good at one thing, and that's getting ducked out. Duck. He's very good at that. Hats off to him in that aspect. So now my question is, will you have a duck out in surviving also? You have confidence. Even Virat Kohli has confidence in hitting a century. Now, let's say hitting a century here is, living or surviving through this hellhole. Now, my question is, will you get ducked out in this? And I have a 90 to 95% assurance that you will. And again, I'll say, I have my magic wand. Okay, fine, it breaks off. So what? I have my magic broom. So what? I'm a magician. I can think of things. I'm not dependent on a particular thing. I'm dependent on many things. And I'm not depending on anything, to be honest. I'm just, I just go with the flow. Whatever is there with me, I'll manage with it. I'm a magician. I can create things. Maybe it might be against the law, but who cares? We are in the wilderness. And that's it. I have the highest possible rate of surviving. It's not because of my self confidence or overconfidence, but because I believe in my abilities. And that's the most practical thing here. That's all I have to say.
All right, Harry Potter. I think will you get a duck out for survival as well? I'm gonna be quoting that on a daily basis. What a solid line. All right, for our final lifeboat survivor, let's see. Let's hear from Elon Musk. You now have the stage for 1 minute. Please feel free to start now.
Hello again. So first of all, Virat Kohli, do correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not just retire from Test cricket? You are technically a retired old man. What are you going to do for the world at this point? Except move to the UK if what I read was correct. What value are you to humanity at this point? You're old. Your job needs you to be physically fit, and that is gone now. There's nothing more you can do for humankind. As for Harry Potter, you're just not real. If you can use your wand to get people into a ship and save them, you can use that wand to keep that ship from drowning. Clearly, you did not think of that, so you're nowhere near as good a magician as everyone else thought. Also, it took you what, 7 years to get rid of that old man who wanted you dead from when you were a child? You are nowhere near as good as anyone thinks you are. If you were Albus Dumbledore or something, yeah, maybe we'll save you. But nah, Harry Potter, you can drown. See, Elon Musk, I made self driving cars, okay? They may be ugly, but they drive by themselves. I will make self driving ships. I will make self driving aeroplanes. I will do all of that, and I will minimize the chances of such accidents ever happening again. All you need to do is put me on that lifeboat and send me back to land. My job does not need me to be physically fit. All I need is my brain. Does not matter if I end up like Stephen Hawking in a wheelchair, unable to speak. So long as I can think, I will contribute to humanity. So please don't let me die. Over to the table topics master.
A very heartfelt plea from our beloved Elon Musk. All right, guys, that was the end of the second round, and I shall give you the results now itself because the ship, why do I keep saying ship? The ship is sinking very fast. Now, here's the thing you forgot the captain of the ship. The lifeboat is meant for the captain. So I have left you all to drown. Goodbye, everyone. You've all sunk. The captain is off with the lifeboat. I now pass over control to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Harshita, because the ship has once again sunk. Goodbye, everyone. This is your captain. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishita. That was a very fun session. You didn't have to just let us all die. You could have said there were more lifeboats than previously thought and told us that we all survived. That was one option to end this. But no, clearly not. You live for chaos, you live for violence. So naturally, you did not do that. So that is the end of the table topic session. Next, we have the evaluations. We first have Toastmaster Aarti's individual evaluator, Toastmaster Veda.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I am back with Toastmaster Aarti's evaluation. So let's begin. Toastmaster Aarti, what a very, very engaging and creative title, I must say, Inky Pinky Path. It instantly sparked up the curiosity in us. Your introduction. Your introduction was absolutely on point. I loved the way you compared the landing of Chandrayaan 3 to the evening you delivered your icebreaker speech. I think it was a brilliant choice to include this in your introduction because it set a light and fun tone, which led to the impactful and inspiring rest of your speech. Uh, it almost felt like I was sitting across from you in the canteen and listening to you narrate the story of your Toastmasters journey. It was very, very natural. Some of the things I liked in your speech, you were very confident with your content. It truly felt like you were speaking from the heart. Secondly, you also had very good clarity and good volume in your voice, I would say. The way you projected the speech helped bring each incident to life, and uh, it put us in front of you and we could see what you were going through. And I also liked the way you reflected on your learnings over these years, what innovative planning meant to you as a person, as a student, the challenges you overcame, the personal growth you experienced. That I think this truly fulfilled the purpose of your project, which is reflect your path. Now, some of the things I thought you could have improved on. First thing, I think you could have slowed down a bit in just a few parts to let your words sink in. And the second thing I would say was is a bit more vocal variety and like a little more modulation in your voice to like put a little bit of emotional weight to your speech, like especially when you're describing the challenges, a softer tone, yeah, a softer tone would have made it more impactful. And finally, I must admit, there's one very, very disappointing point I have, which is I must have been there to witness your icebreaker. So that is one thing I'm very, very disappointed about your icebreaker and all the wonderful moments you mentioned throughout the speech. I wish I was there for all of them. So that's all, Toastmaster Aarti. You not just reflected on your pathway today, but I think you took all of us with you. And that is, I think that marks how good of a powerful storyteller you are. So congratulations, Toastmaster Aarti, on completing your pathway. And yeah, I cannot wait to see where you go from here. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aarti, for everything you have done. Amazing speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Veda. We will now move on to the tag team evaluations. First up, we have our timer, Toastmaster Aditya.
Am I audible? Right, so I'm back with the timers report for the day. So good news, no time disqualifications today. So we had a very unconventional prepared speech, 10-minute long speech. Toastmaster Aarti spoke for 11 minutes and 37 seconds. And then we again had a very unique table topics session hosted by our president Toastmaster Ishita. It was uh, uh, participated in by everyone with a lot of verve. Toastmaster Harshita spoke for 1 minute and 16 seconds. Guest Advait spoke for 1 minute. Guest Abhinav spoke for 1 minute and 38 seconds. Toastmaster Veda spoke for 1 minute and 36 seconds. Guest Samir spoke for 1 minute and 23 seconds. Toastmaster Aarti spoke for 1 minute and 1 second. Guest Subhashini spoke for 1 minute and 53 seconds. Toastmaster Rishi spoke for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Madhumita spoke for 38 seconds. Toastmaster Shobana spoke for 1 minute. And guest Malavika spoke for 1 minute. Now going to the second round of the table topic session. Guest Subhashini spoke for 1 minute and 15 seconds. Guest Abhinav spoke for 1 minute and 37 seconds, and Toastmaster Harshita spoke for 1 minute and 39 seconds. As far as the individual evaluators go, Toastmaster Veda spoke for 3 minutes and 6 seconds. That's all for today. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aditya. Next, we have the R counter for the day, Toastmaster Shobana.
Hello everyone, I'm back again to give my report. So, with verve and keen attention, I took on the role of an hour counter for today, listening closely as speakers took the stage. So, let me start with my report now. Toastmaster R3 in your prepared speech, you used one four so's, four buts, and you repeated words like because and that based words like for that, was that, to that, and so on. And you used I had sometimes, somehow, sometimes, and so on. Toastmaster Ishita, throughout you said 3 hours, three serves, and two butts. Toastmaster Hashita, you said one three so's, one but, and you repeated words like I have, this, and see, like that. And yes, Advait, you have used 4 hours, one and you repeated, like a twice or thrice. And yes, Abhinav, you said 2 hours, one so, two buts, and you used words like and, multiple times. Toastmaster Veda, you said 5 hours, two two so's, two like, one but, and no repetitions. And yes, Samir, I wish I say Toastmaster Samir, but still, yes, Samir, you said come on guys multiple times in your speech. And Toastmaster Aarti, once again in your table topics, you said but two times. And guess Subhashni, again Toastmaster Subhashni, but guess Subhashni, you said two so, and you said you would twice, see this multiple times. And Toastmaster Rishi, you said so 5 times, and you repeated means word multiple times in your speech. And Toastmaster Madhumita, you said three so's and one year, like you repeated it many times in your speech. And guest Malavika, you said two one and you just repeated and so yeah, but that's fine. It's your in your speech and it was good. So that's all my report. I wish I could do for mine as well, but I didn't do. I think I'd be the top of this. So over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shobana. Unfortunately, our grammarian is not here with us anymore. Her phone died while she's traveling. So we will be skipping the grammarian's report. Let's all just assume we did a great job. And then we have the general evaluator's report. So the meeting started a little late. We started at 4:56, which is fine. It started late because I think we had a late role player. So if you are a role player, it is best to come to the meeting at least 5 minutes beforehand. That goes for both offline and online. Another thing is for the timer, do check in with the prepared speakers as to how long their speeches are. It's generally 5 to 7 minutes, but not all of them are. So just ask ahead to make sure. And presiding officer, I have been asked to note that you let people introduce themselves, especially when they have it prepared, to not take up other people's jobs and do it for them. Also, do try to keep your videos on at all times, even if you're scared that Toastmaster Ishita is going to call you and traumatize you. That's pretty much it. Now I will hand control over to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Ishita.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your tag team and your report as well. And with that, we have come to the end of meeting 346, part A. And voting forms have been sent in the chat box. Please do take a minute to vote for your favorite prepared speaker, for your favorite role player, or to truly debate and see who wins the shipwreck. All right. And yes, just a couple of announcements. So, as previously announced by our VP, the meetings will be proceeding on every Thursday at this time because you all voted for it. So, please do attend on Thursdays, 4:50 to 6 p.m. And the agenda shall be sent 4 or 5 days before each meeting. So, please do ensure that you fill up the same. And finally, we will be sending out a poll sometime next week or the week after to decide the dates for our milestone meeting. That is our 350th meeting. Yay! Please do clear your calendars for the second last or the last week of June because we want to hold it offline. So please do ensure that you vote and make yourselves available for the same. All right. Also, Congratulations to our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Aarti, on successfully completing her level. Congratulations, Aarti. That is a very cool thing to do. Yay, second person I know who has successfully completed that path. So good job on that and all the very best for future paths maybe. I'm just throwing it out there. All right. And because the general evaluator did say that some people had an intro prepared, I think, guest Subhashini, would you like to introduce yourself once again? Please dazzle us all with your introduction.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Subhashini. I am a fourth year. I've recently passed, so yay, I'm a fourth year studying artificial intelligence and Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. This is my first time in Amrita Toastmasters Club, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I was brought here by my friend Toastmaster Ishita, and it was a fun time. It was interesting. I didn't like when I couldn't swear though. That is sad. But it was an interesting experience. Thank you. This wasn't what I had prepared, but I had to tinker it to the current scenario. But yes, good job, guys.
All right, yes, Subhashini. Congratulations on making it to fourth year. That is a very cool thing to do as well. Yeah, you successfully made it past because I know third year AI was something of a headache. So, does anyone else want to introduce yourself? Because Subhashini will be whining about it to me later. I'm very sorry. But in my defense, I had to introduce people multiple times and I had them complain, hey, I'm an ex Toastmaster. You don't have to introduce me every time. So, not my fault. But yes, I shall duly introduce everyone. Yes, Samir, you know what? You're up next. Go ahead. Samir, buddy, you're mute.
Hi. My phone glitches a lot. You see, it burns a lot, and suddenly starts glitching and malfunctioning out. It's so weird. This is why you shouldn't use phones for meeting. It's really, really bad. Thank you for introducing me, Toastmaster Ishita. I was very curious to hear how you would introduce me. So it was a fresh way to introduce me. I was actually glad that you did. Yes, great job. I had fun,
All right,
guys.
yes, Samir. Yes, thank you for joining. Malavika, will you kill me if I ask you to introduce yourself?
No. Can you hear me? I keep asking this because my mic malfunctions, but I heard Samir say that he heard Ishita introduce him, so I'm a little sad that I didn't get to hear Ishita introduce me. But I don't know how to introduce myself. So I used to be in Amrita. I used to study there. I don't study there anymore. ATC is very dear to me. So yeah, I'm a past member, have done some things in the club, that's all. And yeah, I was here today because Aarti invited me and I had to come. And I should say that it was a pleasure to see her speak today. I don't know how many of you remember her from or like have seen her from her first speech, but it is really striking to see her talk with the clarity and the naturality that is evolved. Also fun to be in, just come for a meeting after a long, long time. I know there's a lot of new faces and a lot of people here don't really know me, so I don't want to speak too much. And I strongly believe that I'm part of a crowd that should be forgotten as soon as possible because we're very old and we should be out of the club. But you can ask Ishita for stories, or you can ask Kritik sir for stories, or you can ask Subhashini. But anyway, happy to see you all. And I should say that I was just looking at your form, the Google form thing, and it's so cool. You have a handbook, barcode, and all of that. And I'm so impressed. Yeah, such a cool meeting, and very happy to know that ATC is as cool as ever. I'm sorry, this was not so much an introduction as it was a rant, but yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, that's it. I should shut up. Over to you, Ishita. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Malavika, for introducing yourself. Maybe I'll introduce you next meeting. Yes, Subhashini. Why is your hand raised?
Every time Malavika says, I'm not going to talk too much, it's still long enough.
In
Yeah,
signature
I just
Toastmaster Malavika style. She has
sorry.
always managed to exceed the time, but that is a trademark, you know. You have to stick to the gun, you have to stick to the bit. We approve of it, Malavika. No one else can be as Malavika as you. You were saying something. One more person pending to vote. Please vote so I can yap and Malu can also yap. Please.
No, I was just agreeing with Subhashini because I remember I was about to stop and then I was about to say, oh no, I've spoken too much again. I was very happy that I didn't speak so much for the TT. And then I was like, oh no, I've rambled again. So, yeah.
All right. Okay, I think with that we have all the responses. Okay. The winners for meeting 346 part A are as follows. For the best prepared speaker, wow, big surprise. We have Toastmaster Aarti. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aarti. For the best table topic speaker, that is your actual shipwreck survivor, we have Elon Musk, that is Toastmaster Harshita. Congratulations. For our best individual evaluator, we have Toastmaster Veda. Congratulations. For our best role player, we have the table topics master, your captain who abandoned you all. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And finally, for the best auxiliary role player, we have our counter for the day, that is Toastmaster Shobana. All right, everyone. Congratulations to all the winners and participants of meeting 346 Part A. With that, this meeting has officially been adjourned. If you all could quickly turn on your camera so that we can take a group photo and then discuss.